Center is a vision of the Trinity Baptist Church. This is made up of 3 different entities. We have the Trinity Baptist Orphanage, we have the Hope Academy, and then the church has a partnership with Compassion International. So once you come to the Hope Center, you are going to be involved with 3 different entities: the orphanage, the school, and then Compassion International.
So we have 2 homes, each with a mother, or 2 mothers actually in each home, who look after the children, and they all have a father figure as well. And we also have a school at the Hope Center. And the idea is to build an all-inclusive environment for the children. You have a nice, stable, loving home environment, and you literally walk to school every day, where you have lovely teachers and you are taught an international curriculum. So the kids have what we call a family unit that they can relate to. They have brothers and sisters they can play with. And as the school expands and as the homes expand, as the children are growing up as well.
We have Hope Academy International. That is part of the Trinity Baptist Foundation. And once you are in the orphanage and then you attain the school-going age, usually the children start when they are about 1.5 years. You are immediately admitted to Hope Academy. And that is where you would go to school throughout your basic education until you get to the secondary school.
So the idea is to continue expanding the school, building more classrooms, building staff quarters for the teachers, and even having more homes, because we have children coming in from social welfare all the time and we need to find space for them. The Hope Center is a loving, peaceful environment. So the more space we have to take more children in, even more better. We have lots of space and we just need to build more homes and more facilities for the school.
It is the department that brings children to the orphanage. We have various categories of children that are admitted into the orphanage based on the circumstances. So we have children who are probably orphaned at birth because the mother died at birth. The child could be admitted at the home. We also have children who might have been abandoned. And then once they are found, the social welfare could bring them to the home. We also have children who are undergoing abuse at the home or certain conditions that are not conducive for them. And these children could also be brought to the home.
Some have been here as long as since they were babies. And some we even have new babies being brought in. I think we have about 3 babies at the moment. And these are kids, we've seen them grow up, we've seen them come up. And it's nice to see how they have, how well they are and how they interact with each other, as well as with us.
For now, in total, we have 25 children at the home. For various reasons, we are not able to specify those who fall under the various categories. So once you come here, you are part of our children, regardless of the circumstance that brought you here.
So every year, we visit, from Accra, we all live in Accra, the management live in Accra, and we have Roberta here who stays in Ayinsudo and looks after the home and the school, the Hope Center. So every year, we look after all affairs of the Hope Center, from, funding, financing, childcare, healthcare, whatever we can do for the children, we do. And not only for the Hope Center, but for the surrounding community as well. So in August, we have a very big foundation drive where we come and we minister to the community, we bring them food, we bring them clothes, and we have a big party with them every year in August. And then at Christmas, we come and have a lovely Christmas party with the children, dancing, music, games, that sort of thing. So from a management perspective, yes, we are looking after the orphanage, but we are part of the orphanage and we are a family.
Obviously, I would say our center is doing very well. The children are being well taken care of. The department runs monitoring quarterly, annually. I mean, sometimes even when you are not aware, the department comes around to do a lot of monitoring. They look out for a lot of things. They take a lot of things into consideration. And then every year, they would have to renew your license. And if this orphanage has been in existence for 10 solid years, where the license is renewed every year, and then I'm sure we might be doing very well. If you look at the children who are in our care, sometimes we take babies as little as 3 days old, and they would stay with us until they are reunited with their families or they are adopted. So I believe that the center is doing very well for the children to the very best of our abilities.
The reason why I come to Ayinsudo orphanage every year is because I feel very compassionate towards the plight of orphans. And I believe at Christmas, that's a time when I think they need support the most. I can't imagine what it must be like for children to be without their parents and to be without a family at Christmas. So the little time I can give to be around these children, to bring them something, to make them smile, to make them feel loved, wanted, cherished, I think it's a humane thing to do.
So every year when we come for Christmas, we have a Christmas party for the children. We come with food, we come with drinks, we come with games, we play musical chairs, we have a drawing competition, we have a dancing competition. So we have a reigning champion from last year. So the kids are now trying to beat that reigning champion. We've come with a keyboard so we can do some karaoke and sing as well. So we want to see who has the best voice amongst all the children. And then we generally have fun and dance. Most importantly, we dance. We dance a lot.
My level, it's maybe today I don't get nothing, but tomorrow I go get something. And I go buy a motor for mama. But the enemy won't worry me. I go show all of them tragedy. No be today, we start to. So if I sing my song, if I keep up for long, because you don't know that day, oh Jesus Christ, you go come. So if you see me today, I know my love. I know my love. Oh my love. Anybody for me champagne today? I know my love. I know my love. Oh my love. The time I waka yo. I mean I can come over the car. Lonely story. The time I buy my Toyota, flossy kama kebenyena. What a lovely story. I don't live this life, yo, because I got my Bible, yo. Because the blessings I get from the Most High is so great, though. So if you see me today, I know my love. I know my love. Oh my love. Anybody for Bishop Head today? I know my love. I know my love. Oh my love.
It's back, do it.
And first of all, I was impressed to see the surroundings, very beautiful surroundings. I mean, it's a beautiful place. Look at the green grass, the trees, close to the sea, beautiful building, very well kept. The children themselves look, well fed, happy. But I have to say that when I was leaving is when I felt it, because even within that very short space of time, maybe 4 hours spent with them, there was a bond that was created. So as we were leaving, we couldn't even leave. It took us, from the moment we said we're leaving, an hour to actually leave the gates, because they were running after us, wanting us to stay. And that really, it pained me, because I could see that they just wanted a little bit of care. So I've been thinking about them this past year and just looking for the moment to come back again to see them. And it's just wonderful to see them. Some of them have grown so much within a year. But it's amazing the bond you can build. I mean, I don't know them, but just a few hours spent with them, that bond that can be built is amazing.
Also of the perception that food items and things that they donate are being sold out, are being stolen, are being taken away. So it is difficult for people to give freely to orphanages. But there are a lot of orphanages out there who are genuinely working for the welfare of these children who are underprivileged. And the best anyone could do is to extend support and a helping hand, be it foodstuff, be it educational material, be it clothing, be it medication, be it money, something just to support these children and the orphanages to be able to work very well.
I bought them some games. I bought them a keyboard. So I believe that at a very young age, I mean, for me, when I was growing up, my parents nurtured my artistic talent. And I believe at a very young age, you can begin to see the talents within children if you give them the opportunity. So I wanted to bring things that can bring out that. So there's a keyboard I brought and a microphone so they can sing. And then another game, a throwing game. But then also we brought some paper and some pens for them to draw. And I found it very interesting watching some of them. Some of them are very expressive. Some of them, they don't talk much, but you can see them expressing themselves through art. And it's a wonderful way to get to know a child, to see what is inside from what he can express on paper.
Even at this time of this festive season, if you sat down with your family, spend a good time with them, buy your biscuits, your chicken, your rice, and you sit down to eat, take a minute and think of someone who is not as privileged as you. Someone who is not living with his or her real parents. Someone who doesn't have someone to run to and say, buy this for me. If you thought of those people, you would feel that compassion to give in support to the work that is being done by Trinity Baptist Orphanage, and then all the other orphanages and the residential homes for children. You would extend a helping hand. You would have compassion, and then you would feel that other people elsewhere need to be fed, need to be supported, need to be taken care of.
Never enough when you don't have your parents around you. It can never be enough. So I think all these things are good to bring these activities out and get them engaged in these things.
We really need the children to have that kind of bond with their families, the extended family, the nuclear family, as much as possible. Once there is a family and then a blood link, then we are expecting that they would let the children know them and have that kind of bond with them. We don't usually get it. And for me, I think it is a challenge. Because once the children get to a certain level and they ask for who their real family are, you would be found wanting. And everybody has to be with a family.
I've been captured by a love I can't explain, and now you have me, and I'm forever changed. I've abandoned everything I've ever known. Now I surrender, my life is not my own. I belong to you. I belong to you. I belong to you. I belong.